What's going on, my fellow residents? This is me, TheFrozenCavern, and today we're going to begin our journey through Sly Cooper Thieves in Time, the final game in the Sly Cooper quad. I don't know what the actual name of that is. I think everything is fine. I haven't played this game in a while, so I'm just checking everything real quick. Everything else should pretty much be the same. But, new game. Yeah, I have 2 years. 2 years! Actually, what date is it? Oh my goodness, at the time of this recording, it's literally 1 day before that date. Okay, that's surprising. Anyways, let's just make a new game that's 2 years from like the last one. I don't know when this is going up. My schedule is completely out of whack right now, but yeah, I have to watch the full story because, I need, you guys be informed. And also I have 5% of the trophies on this profile. And also you can see like the little bit of facts at the top there. That's in reference to Sly 3. It doesn't change the like little things like during the loading screen, which is kind of needed considering that this game takes a while to load, and considering that this is the only PS3 I've had, and I've had this PS3 for a good while. Load times are going to be horrendous for this Let's Play. Just in general, the PS3, it's not exactly the best for having load times.
I should probably just start at the beginning. The name's Sly. Sly Cooper, and I'm a thief. From a long line of thieves. In fact, thieving is the family business. And business was good. Although, until recently, I considered myself retired. Having hung up my mask and cane, I was enjoying life on the other side of the law. In the company of a certain lovely Interpol agent named Carmelita Fox. She and I had a history, which generally involved her trying to lock me up. So, I should mention our current situation was only possible because she thought I had amnesia. I didn't. It was great to finally enjoy each other's company without a shock pistol being involved, and we quickly put the past behind us. But as time went on, the old itch came back, and I knew I needed to pull a heist. I should also mention that as a master thief, I only steal from other thieves. So it took me a while, but I finally found what I was looking for. My target was an upstart art mogul, a real hotshot collector. He seemed respectable, had even opened a new museum. But I could smell a rat. Reliable sources told me he was dealing in black market antiques worth millions. So I felt he should share the wealth. I was working on a plan when one night, as if on cue, Bentley showed up. Bentley was the brains of our operation, the mastermind. We grew up in the same orphanage where we bonded over stealing cookies, our very first heist, and we've been best friends and partners ever since. We hadn't seen each other for a while, but I knew immediately that something was up.
Yeah, the full story does take a long time.
Bentley had been enjoying his time off too, building a new lab from scratch with his girlfriend and fellow tech whiz, Penelope. She had joined the team on our last caper, and the two of them had really hit it off. Apparently, they just finished work on a top-secret project when Penelope had simply vanished. Bentley was worried sick. He searched frantically but found nothing. Then, he noticed something that completely stunned him. In his spare time, Bentley had been researching the Thievious Racconus, the Master Thief's handbook passed down through the Cooper family for generations. Its pages overflowing with the exploits and secret techniques of my esteemed ancestors. Only now, those pages weren't so full. In fact, they were disappearing right before Bentley's eyes. Realizing there was no time to waste, he gathered his gear and raced off to Paris. The first thing Bentley did was track down Murray, the third in our trio. Murray was our enforcer, the muscle, and the guy who'd eaten all the cookies we stole back in our orphanage days. Through the years, the three of us had become an unbeatable team, and we were more like a family now than a gang. Murray had been living his dream on the pro driving circuit, where his van had become famous, or rather, infamous, for all the crashes he'd caused. Eventually, he was unable to find a sponsor due to his high insurance premiums, and he moved into Demolition Derby, where he remained undefeated. When Bentley showed up, however, Murray dropped everything to help out. Especially when Bentley explained that his van was the key to the whole plan. With Carmelita distracted by a new assignment, I took the opportunity to slip away and met up with the guys at our old Paris hideout. Bentley launched into one of his elaborate presentations, and I saw the whole scary picture. Someone, or something, was literally erasing Cooper history. Then, to our amazement, Bentley revealed that he already had the solution: time travel. It turns out his top secret project was constructing a time machine, and now he modified the design to fit into Murray's van. We were going to travel back in time, stop those responsible, and fix the damage they'd done. Bentley explained the only catch was that in order to travel to a particular time, the machine required an object from that era. We knew from the changes to the Thievious Racconus that our first stop was feudal Japan. So here we were, about to steal a priceless 17th century samurai dagger from the same museum I'd been casing. Funny how things work out sometimes.
And now, finally, that cutscene's over. That took quite a while to get everything across, but just had to make sure it recapped everything, that happened in between 3 and 4. And by the way, the whole secret of time travel, it's kind of ruined because at the end of 3 it was kind of mentioned. So, yeah.
Okay, you both remember the plan, right?
Of course! My mind is like a steel cap!
That's trap, big guy. And everybody relax. We've been over it 1,000,000 times. What could possibly go wrong?
Famous last words. Look, we're only gonna get one shot at this, so we can't mess up.
All right, no messing up allowed. Now stop worrying. This is gonna be a piece of cake. I'll see you both inside. Now let's get going.
Indeed we shall. And by the way, I just want to say now that I have not played a Sly game in a few months, so if I end up doing bad, is the camera... No, it's not. Okay. Okay, that's better. Now that we have our controls fixed, okay, I didn't mean to break those, and then the cutscene started. I completely forgot this cutscene was here. I mean, they're bad news only in the sense that, oh, if you get caught by them, then, mission's over. They don't actually shoot at you or anything like that. But, again, like I was saying before, I realized that my controls were messed up. If I do bad, well, I do bad at games in general, but if I do bad for this, then that's mainly because I haven't played a Sly game in a few months, so, that's fun. But right now, I'm just getting coins, as usual, trying to get enough stuff for any gadgets that I'll need later on, or really want. Because I remember in Sly 3, it was more of, wait, did that change my thing? Yes, it did. Why, game? Okay, so after changing that for the second time, because the game automatically changes that, I also need to look out for the light, so I don't get captured. But, anyways, I don't remember what I was talking about. Yay, thank you, game. You managed to make me forget. But if that spotlight could go back real quick, there we go. Go over there. There we go. And now we don't have to worry about spotlights for now.
Hey, Bentley, was truck surfing part of Murray's entrance strategy?
Of course not. Murray's approach route is through the back alley. Why do you ask?
No reason. Anyway, it looks like he's in position.
Yeah, of course, there's still that classic Sly Cooper humor. But anyways, one thing you guys might notice between this and the last 3 games, really, is the kind of art style that has definitely changed. Yeah, this was made not by Sucker Punch, but by another company named Sanzaru, which currently owns the rights to Sly right now, because Sucker Punch, you know, gave the rights to Sanzaru after the whole Sly collection thing. It might have been during, actually, but regardless, rights were given over to Sanzaru, and then they made this game, and could possibly make another Sly game at some point in time, if that ever happens. And if it does, of course, I'm Let's Playing that game, like the day of, but until that time comes, and that's if that time comes, unfortunately, then, you know, we'll just have to wait it out. Like we're gonna have to wait out this spotlight, because I don't want to get caught. Okay, Sly, can you go up to the thing? There we go. It's nice to see that I still have the whole jump and hit the circle button memorized, which, by the way, have they actually told us that yet? I might have been talking over it, probably, but they apparently haven't mentioned it yet, which in Sly 2, and especially 3, they just hammered it into your head. Actually, Sly 1 did that too. By the way, you can just get a lot of coins, so make sure that during this little segment, you get as many coins as possible while you're just waiting around for the spotlights. Because there's not exactly much else you're going to be doing. Okay. They don't actually shoot at you or anything like that. Okay, now that I'm paying attention, we can continue.
I told you it would be a piece of cake.
Hey, that guard actually has something in his pocket too. Nice. Because I'm planning on pickpocketing that guard. That's usually what I always do whenever I start up this game.
Do you say something, Sly?
No. All good here, Bentley.
Okay. It looks like you're going to have to find another way up. Use that ledge to move around to the front of the museum. And stay out of that security light.
I think I can handle that.
Yeah, I definitely learned that the hard way. Okay, so that guard over there, I think he stays in that direction all the time. Oh, what? What happened to the... Okay, he had something sparkling in his pocket earlier. I'm gonna show it. Oh, he died instantly for some reason? Okay, that usually doesn't happen. Alright. Or at least I don't think it does. Maybe only in this instance that happens, but he's supposed to have, like, you know, like, just die with, like, 2 hits or something like that. Well, no. Actually, it's 4 hits, technically, with Sly. And, like, just a regular stealth slam. But, unfortunately, he just didn't die for some reason. By the way, keep in mind these silhouettes, if I can show them. It's going to be difficult, especially with the last one. But, those silhouettes come in handy, like, quite a lot in later on in the game. So just keep in mind about those. I'm not gonna say anything, but just keep in mind about those and why I actually mentioned it. And also, I think this is the first game that actually introduced like a little bit of a mini-map, which is in the bottom right corner. So that's to help you see where exactly your objective is, which is up there, but I'm not going there yet because I want to get some stuff. Coins mainly, and then I believe there's also a mask around here somewhere. And by the way, the mask is... What the masks are for is basically like collectibles, and you can get them to get basically just a little like few unlockables from other things in the series. I don't think you can get anything for 1 mask. Oh no, okay. Gotta be careful. Running around like this is rather sketchy, and I probably shouldn't be doing it, but whatever. I've only died once so far. Though, to be honest, I shouldn't have died at all, but whatever. Gotta ignore that. We'll just pretend that that death never happened, maybe.
12 seconds later.
Yeah, it's locked. I already know how to pickpocket, so I can just accelerate this. And now we have the skylight key. I don't know why the guard is right in front of it. Well, actually, no, that makes sense, but he's kind of not guarding anything when he's looking dead at it. Like, I think it would make a little bit more sense to be looking around and be on, like, a route or something like that. But, man, whatever. It's the tutorial, so I'll let it slide a little bit.
Said I'm about to come
Now we have Bentley the Brains in his classic wheelchair that he's had since the third game. Yeah, that's not changing, by the way. That's never ever going to change. And we have the classic bombs. It's been a... like, it's just so good to be back, man. Back playing Sly games. And I say that, but it's only been like a few months since I played Sly 3. But, whatever. Shut up. I'm excited. I'm hyped. And you should be too. Depending on whether you watch Sly or not. Or like Sly. Which I'm hoping you do, considering that I played the previous 3 games and I'm now playing the 4th one. Which is the final one, I still don't know what it is. The 4 games so far. So, maybe be a little bit hyped. What was the first... well, no, it wasn't the first Let's Play I ever did. It was probably like the well, no, not second. Oh, what? That didn't count? Okay. It was probably like the 3rd one. Explode! There we go. I don't know. It was probably like the 3rd one I've ever done. I actually need to check. I'll probably edit something in saying whether it was or not, but for right now, it'll just remain a mystery to my brain. We are getting so many coins to collect. Very, very nice. It's gonna make buying some gadgets later on very, very easy. Especially since, like, you don't get that many gadgets early on in the game. Or at least I don't think so. Sly 3, you didn't really get that many gadgets until a little bit later. But there wasn't, like, many chances to actually get a lot of coins. Like, early on. Like, this is probably the longest prologue out of, well, not prologue. Like, beginning segment, I guess, out of all 4 of the games. Alright, let's go. And also we can see the map, which again is another addition to Sly 4 that is very, very much appreciated. And Bentley can pickpocket by default. That's very, very nice. Nice, I got 100. Now let's see what we can get from him, if it will lock onto him, that is. I'm trying not to get caught while doing this. It won't. Bring out your arms, Bentley. Bentley, bring out the arms. He won't. There we go. Okay. For some reason, jumping brought it up. But I was not going to let, like, the sparkling... I was not going to let that up. There we go. Hopefully he'll kill him too. Yes he did. Perfect. That actually worked out a lot better than I thought it would. And now we're instantly going to be hacking NGA. There's the loading screen again. But anyways, we're going to be instantly hacking. That's... but it's nowhere near the same as the last 2 games. And I say that, but it's like this. But as you can see, it's heavily updated compared to 2 and 3. There's a lot more of a unique design to things. And it works out a lot differently compared to the other games as well. As having these other like little segments that you have to get through. Because in 2 and 3, and especially 2, it usually ended up just being one segment. At most, well no, I'm pretty sure it was always just like one segment. But here, like you have to get through certain parts before you can actually, you know, complete the entire mission. And I think this is the last segment in the entire hacking mission. But again, these missions are still somewhat slow, but the new types that you can get, they definitely add to it. Because now we have a tank which we can use to get rid of these crystals here. But things aren't really that troubling. There we go. Now I think we can only pick up like the keys as this like the regular turtle that we were starting off as, so let's get that. We don't have to worry too much about the enemies because they're really easy to take down. We set the key in. And then level over. So yeah, hacking is relatively the same length as the other games. Well, actually no, well no, those are future missions, so let me not try to include those. But there are times where in Sly 3, the missions can be, well, Sly 3 and 2, the hacking missions can be a lot longer, but that's pretty much the case for, like, level progression in games.
Okay, Murray, you're up.
The Murray is always on, Bentley.
Alright, and now we have our biggest best friend, Murray here. Which, Oh, wait, I can't do the triangle punch or whatever? Uppercut? That's weird. I guess it's because the game hasn't taught me that yet, which is dumb. But, whatever. I can make use out of this for now. Unfortunately, I can't grab any enemies with some, like, sparkle in their back pocket, but we'll try and ignore that for now. Get over here. I see you over here. Ow. I'm having a lot harder of a time as Murray than any other character right now. And by the way, I'm pretty sure in other games it's square and, well, like you jump and press square in order to do the thunder flop, but in here you have to do triangle. That's odd. I think in other games actually you could have done like either one, but they specifically made it triangle in this game. Like I'm trying to, okay, well, me getting hit in the air doesn't help, but I'm trying to do it right now and it doesn't work. But it's a little bit of a nitpick, but whatever. Out of the way. You're not getting in the air this time. And there's a lot of enemies here. Yeah, it's really easy for me to get hit here. That or I'm just being bad. What? Murray? No? Okay. Don't get stuck like that. Alright, and we're good. And another change? QuickTime events. That's the wrong button. I was mashing the square button for a second. But, yeah, QuickTime events, they're kind of hit or miss. That's usually how it is for really any game, but... whatever.
That felt great!
Everything okay, Murray?
Now it is!
Alright, so now we just have to get rid of these battery things over here. There we go. But yeah, it's really fast to just get rid of these. Well, okay, unless it just collides with the wall. There we go.
Okay, Sly. The security system is down. You're all clear. Great. I'm going in.
And this is an instance where QuickTime events don't make sense. You could have just had Sly grab the not cane, grab the dagger, but whatever.
What the?
You didn't really think you were gonna get away with it, did you, Ringtail?
And as you can tell, Carmelita has another voice actor who's a lot more Hispanic and has a lot more roles than any other. Wait, I think this one has a lot more than any other voice actor for Carmelita. I have to check again, but yeah, this one has a lot more, if I'm correct.
Good evening. This is Sly Cooper. I'd like to request a ride.
Right. Now quit messing around and get down here. We're in the van and ready to roll.
Au revoir. Let's hit it.
Buckle up, boys!
Alright, so here we don't really have to do much. It's like you can turn a little bit, but it's not like it's going to matter at all. Like you're pretty much on a guided path. But again, Carmelita's voice actress has changed. If there's ever a fifth one, it will probably change again. I don't know why they're never able to stick with another voice actress. Well, we'll stick with a certain voice actress because the other, like Sly, Bentley, and Murray, they've been the same throughout every iteration of them. Except for maybe the movie. I think Sly has a different voice actor for the Sly Cooper movie, which never happened, by the way, and that got turned into a TV show, for those of you who didn't know. But, like, pretty much throughout all of this, like, these three have stayed the same. But Carmelita changes every single game. And we have our title card. A full episode in, more than likely. There's still a cutscene and I can't save yet, so yay!
What else can I say about Carmelita? As you can see, our relationship is complicated. And I just succeeded in upgrading it to hazardous. I certainly wasn't expecting her to crash the party. She'd been so busy with her latest case, I never thought she'd have her eye on me. In fact, I'd kind of been counting on it. But then, I should have known better than to underestimate Inspector Carmelita Fox. As much as she liked having fun, Carmelita was serious about her police work. And now, I had a lot of explaining to do. But the plan was in motion, and there was no stopping now. Even though I was thinking I'd need the time machine just to patch things up with Carmelita. Before the heist, we'd recruited our disco-loving, scuba-diving friend, Dimitri Listow, to look after the Thievious Racconus. Because it was irreplaceable and the only guide we had, it was far too risky to take the book through time with us. Bentley had even invented a communication device to allow us to contact Dimitri no matter where or when we traveled. It was a perfect situation, since it allowed him to update us on any changes to the book while limiting our exposure to his fashion critiques. Everything was happening so fast. The past few days were just a blur. But as we howled through the time vortex, I realized we were in for a very long trip.
Quite a long trip indeed, and by the way, Dimitri is literally only here just to hold on to the Thievious Racconus for us. Literally no other reason, and I'm pretty sure like the first or maybe second like little trailer thing for this game, it showed Dimitri like actually with an in-game model, but it's not in the actual game. So, you know, that's fun. I might show it instead of having this giant load screen. Yeah, this game is terrible with load screens, but I might have it instead of this giant load screen.
We needed to locate Ryuichi Cooper, Master Ninja, and Master Chef. According to the Cooper clan history, Ryuichi Cooper was actually the inventor of sushi. After creating this delectable dish, he opened a sushi restaurant, which, while very prosperous, also provided the perfect cover for a ninja. When we got to Japan, it was obvious something was very wrong. What should have been a peaceful village was more like a heavily patrolled military base. We located Ryuichi's sushi restaurant only to find it shut down and under guard. Things got worse when Bentley discovered that Ryuichi was locked up in a new high-security jail, allegedly for serving bad sushi to the shogun. It all sounded like a pretty tough piece of fish to swallow. We needed to get to the bottom of the situation, and the first order of business was getting Ryuichi out of prison.
Sly Cooper and the gang in Turning Japanese. To be honest, that's probably one of the most generic titles for the Sly series ever, but it's fine. Actually, yes, I will look on ThiefNet right now. There are 3, Paraglider, which very, very nice if we can get that immediately. I'll just buy that and that. So yeah, like I said, getting the money super, super early is very, very efficient. But anyways, we're gonna have to go out and do some reconnaissance missions as usual in the next episode. But until next video, take care.